Also, in my opinion, this space is now going from 2.5 to 3 trillion, 10 to 15 trillion by the cycle's conclusion. Extrapolating the normal log trend of this, we find that it will reach $100 trillion by the end of 2032. Therefore, the amount of wealth that will be generated will be reinvested in the space. People will spend a lot of money on nice high-end real estate, but many in this industry won't venture outside of it, so all the resources VC application layer opportunities wind up in recycling. People truly want trophy assets, though, because I believe this is the last opportunity to get these things. At these rates, I have been simply amassing as many trophy assets as possible with a somewhat long 10-year time horizon. Famous macroeconomist and ex-Goldman Sachs executive Raoul shares the enthusiasm of many crypto fans when he predicts that Bitcoin asset prices would soar in 2024 and 2025. According to Powell, the total market cap for cryptocurrencies will quadruple from its present range of $2.50 trillion to $2.70 trillion by 2025, reach over $100 trillion by 2030, and then soar to a new record high of $12 trillion to $15 trillion. Powell updated his thoughts and price projections for the forthcoming crypto bull market in an interview with Coinbureau's Jessica Walker. Powell, who has been hopeful despite the recent price changes, is looking forward to the banana zone period where values soar significantly, which he says is indicative of every crypto bull market. Later this year, when politicians hand out cash incentives to voters and central banks indicate rate reduction, he expects this phase to begin. The strong relationship between the state of the economy and the value of cryptocurrency is something that Powell has stressed for quite some time. He says this connection came about because of the global financial crisis of 2008. After that, governments had to print more money to save the economy, which led to the recurrent adoption of quantitative easing by the world's most powerful central banks. Powell is certain that the cryptocurrency industry as a whole will enjoy a very prosperous 12 to 18 months, even though spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are all the rage right now. Arthur and I had several conversations regarding bananas. The requirement for central banks to refinance all of the debt is a key component of that fruitless loop involving liquidity. It's when politicians lavish the public with sweets as a kind of bribe. When that happens, cryptocurrency prices can shoot skyward. The pattern is quite periodic. The debt refinancing cycle is a key driver of the macroeconomy. Over time, it impacts the pricing of all assets. However, crypto is the most volatile. The easiest thing to do, then, is to not screw this up. Keep your portfolio focused on the essentials. However, there is a bit more degen in the other stuff, which accounts for 10% to 20% of your portfolio, where you may make a lot of money if you do it well. Some truly fascinating things will become apparent at that point. Solana, Avalanche, Luna, and Mac arrived at the iconic banana zone from the previous cycle. Furthermore, individuals who were impacted by it, in just 1 year, those 4 tokens achieved incredible performance. We may expect to witness that happen again. Can you guess who it is? I'm curious, what will it be? As of right now, I am in the dark, but I hear the banana zone offers that kind of game, even though you spend most of the game doing nothing. And watching everything unfold, it adds to the fun that you can degen in and feel like you've truly nailed something. Reducing options leads to the same result: printing more money. US officials are more inclined to print money in the event of a catastrophic event. Since everyone is out to buy votes in an election, the year after is usually a good one for risk assets as people try to prove themselves, clean up after the mess, and pay off their debt. Thus, the military aspect is present. Next, there are all the baby boomers who have retired and have all the votes. They are demanding health care. Thirdly, someone must fork over cash to cover the interest on the loan. Plus, the magic money printer is your sole option for accomplishing this. You said you're 90% Solana, Raoul. Are you currently invested in or keeping an eye on any other companies within the Solana ecosystem? Attempting to do nothing is all I'm doing, actually. The only thing I've been keeping an eye on is the ETH-Bitcoin cross and similar phenomena. What fascinates me is that ETH entered the whole hate zone. Then, after bouncing off the range's bottom, the Ethereum-Bitcoin cross begins to break higher. That piques my interest, because that is the most authentic beginning. Because of altcoin season, the ETF has been delayed, but we witnessed it with Bitcoin, so if it breaks a little higher than here, we can understand why that will happen now. The run begins with plenty of time before takeoff. This is the banana zone after capital is recycled up the risk curve because of the high potential. Rewards: I am concentrating on mastering the banana zone. To avoid losing your money, you must maintain some level of attentiveness at all times, even when you are not actively engaging in any activity. Because when you're in the banana zone, losing it hurts the worst. Please do not let go of your coins. Additionally, make sure you don't mess up by having the wrong things. As an example, I've witnessed people who were so far out on the risk curve that they missed out on the entire crypto market surge because they were invested in some strange South Korean political token. Or perhaps you haven't moved on from the previous story because you're certain it will return this time you can't break out of. One of the large, layer ones from 3 cycles ago, the zero or minimal utility of meme coins is what makes them attractive. Bonk isn't completely useless. Shiba Inu still has a purpose. The attention these items get, nevertheless, is what truly defines their cultural significance. All eyes are on what's happening upstream. It's quite straightforward. Appreciating it is unnecessary. Will people be interested in this? Do you mean that? Persistence, and does possessing it confer any kind of ego boost or social standing? Plus, it's identical to an LVMH or Louis Vuitton bag. Likewise, with high-quality wines, it's the same when you post an internet. A meme. In the end, it doesn't matter. It's merely focused concentration. A lot of what a DJ does is just focus on paying attention. Because of my hectic schedule, I am unable to provide adequate attention. Therefore, I have made it really simple. So now I'm sick with whiff bonk. I believe Elon will do something with Doge, therefore. I'm still in it. Well, that's all. Just look around, everyone is reading Ansem's feed and attempting to make sense of everything. However, I am unable to provide the necessary attention because I am overloaded. As a result, you may require some degree of expertise. Since Arthur is clearly a free spirit, he is free to do as he pleases. Well, to address Ralph's argument, when I'm free, I like to run around a court and whack a felt ball. On the other hand, you could hop on your skis and glide down a slope. Thus, I am likewise too busy to worry about which doggy coin is trending. I also have some that use Dogecoin. For the sake of argument, I predict that Dogecoin will get an ETF before the cycle ends. Indeed, I share your opinion. Could be. It is, in fact, the first meme currency. You may find it on Robinhood in the US. Consider the possibility that Trevi will enter the cryptocurrency market and immediately begin to put an ETF on any asset they can get its hands on. It has a large market capitalization. You might say it's old news. It's similar to the first joke about meme coins. Even though he made this incredibly funny item, Palmer swore off cryptocurrency. Indeed, I anticipate that Doge will receive an ETF prior to the cycle's conclusion. Jen Bannock was contacted by me. It was just a week ago. Jan, you must do this, I told you. Dogecoin ETF filing is mandatory. His main concern is avoiding jail time, he says. It will be all right, I assured her. It's not new. It has been successful. For every single cycle, it has beaten Bitcoin. It has been quite good, I must say. In order to attempt to make this happen, I am working quietly. Although I have not yet communicated with Yan, I will find someone. Hunter. Horsley will be brought in, and one of these men will cross the queue for us, Yan. We will also try BlackRock, even though it is quite doubtful. Many meme coins are overly niche, in my opinion, including a few political ones. They may be entertaining at first, but their cultural impact is short-lived. So what would happen in the event of Biden's demise? Somewhere about 7 or 8% of his life will likely end in the following 12 months, according to the statistics. Trump is no different, is he? Yeah, some of these US-specific stuff, like the Bodwin ETF or Elizabeth Warren, are humorous. On the other hand, what makes a dog with hat so fantastic? Simply told, it's humorous because everyone can put on that small hat, regardless of their nationality, Korean, Chinese, American, Argentinian, etc.